appearing this season is that familiar face, actor Malcolm Jamal Warner.
That's right, and not just Malcolm. Malcolm also co-hosts a podcast called Nah, which stands for Not All Hood, with Emmy-nominated journalist Candace Kelley. We welcome both of them here to Good Night New York. Thank you so much for your time.
And I just want to say that I offer Candace's assistance
that's what I'm talking about.
to help you move.
I was waiting. I was like, okay, here's my address. You're like, Candace can come help you.
Do you accept, Candace? Do you accept the invitation?
It's like that joke where you get a message from someone, hey, I'm moving, and I say, I can't come. I say, I haven't told you the day yet. I just can't come.
Yeah, right. You're like, I'm unavailable the next 47 weekends.
Exactly.
So sorry.
Yeah, 2026, I'm busy then too. Oh, well.
I love it.
Well, guys, congratulations on the Nah podcast. Let's start with that. How did the two of you get connected and sort of bring this to life? And it's also focusing on some very important topics, Candace.
Yeah, it really is. You know, well, we were introduced really kind of in a production mode, and really when they started talking, we decided, instead of me being a producer on it in that way, to go ahead and say, maybe put me on the show. And I was asked, and I said, why not? Important issues that we're talking about, and especially during this time, you know, 2025 and everything that you see in the news, it is good to be a part of the conversation.
Yes.
And, you know, a lot of times the culture pushes what's going on in politics, and if you're complaining about it, you really have to jump in some way. And so this is a really good way to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Now, what kind of issues? What do you talk about? Like, what kinds of things?
So you know, I tend to say that when people talk about or refer to the black community, right, they tend to speak of the black community as if it's a monolith.
Yes.
Right? But there are so many different lanes and factions to the black community. So we, with the podcast, we talk about, you know, all of the different lanes. So we have doctors on, we have rappers on, and we talk about, you know, various topics from eliminating the N-word from hip-hop.
One of his favorites. One of his favorites.
No, that's a big one.
Yes,
it keeps coming up.
It keeps coming up. Understood.
And what's cool is we have, you know, there are times where Candace and I have different opinions.
Which is good, though.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Sometimes we surprise each other, too. So,
sure,
and that's always like, oh, okay, I didn't know you thought that. I did not know you thought that.
And you also talk mental health, too,
mental health, we talk about mental health. We talk about, you know, the black church. The church and the black community. The pros and cons of it.
Absolutely.
So we get down to, we have Stacey Abrams on.
Oh, nice. I love her.
Great.
She's so talented.
Yes, but one thing we like to do, sometimes we'll have a guest on and talk about something different from what they normally talk about. So Stacey was on, and we talked about her career as a writer, as a romance novelist.
Okay.
That most people didn't know.
Right.
You're doing so much right now, but we got to talk about the show. You're playing the chief inspector. You're coming into sort of.
Right, we're back on.
Oh, that whole TV show on Fox thing.
Let's talk about that.
That thing. But I mean, you're back in acting. You're producing. You do poetry as well. So how do you find being so multifaceted? Like, how does that fill up your cup? Does that keep you happy? Does that keep you inspired as an artist?
It's also it's very necessary because as an actor, and it's funny, when I was on Good Day New York, I talked about, you know, being around 23, and at that time I was acting and directing, and I realized that if I kept all of my eggs in both of those baskets, that this industry would break my heart. Right, so I needed to find, so the poetry and the music, I'm also a bass player, like there are other aspects of avenues of creativity that I need. There are ways where I cannot necessarily, there are things that need to be expressed that I can't necessarily do as an actor or as a director.
Right.
So the music and the poetry, you know, takes that lane.
They all fill in.
You're an artist.
And
you know, it also finds a home, because on May 31st, we're going to be down in Atlanta. And he will be performing at the end of the evening after we do a live podcast.
Celebrating our year
and celebrating our year anniversary. You know, we have our producers, Lane and Troy. I want to make sure I get their names out. They've been doing an amazing job, but we're coming up on a year. But, you know, he can sell out on his own, but that night, if you want to come and see us and him perform, you'll get something to get a little
right. Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street
in Atlanta.
I like it.
We got to support the Nah podcast.
Thank you.
Make sure we subscribe, of course, and we got to tune in to Alert Missing Persons Unit on Fox 5. Of course, we got to tune into that as well. So we want to thank both of you, but I think Malcolm's going to stick around and keep swerving, because coming up. He's going to be the latest
I heard
victim.
about that.
Speaking of victims, he's going to be the latest victim of celebrities on the couch eating cereal. We're going to find out what Malcolm's favorite cereal is, and we're going to ask some, of course, very hard-hitting questions.
Right.
That's all
Mid-chew.
coming up.
He's going to answer all of them.
I got to prepare.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Stretch it out.
All right.
That's coming up on
All
Good
right.
Night. We'll be right
That's
back.
right.
It's our anniversary, and I love you more and more each day. Baby, it's our anniversary. Just one more day I'll get to say